One of the stories that I do like telling, because it's just funny, it's not really embarrassing as much, but when we moved to Chicago, my wife got pregnant, and a pregnancy that we did not plan, it just happened. So it was our third child, and my wife was like, nope, I'm done. I don't want to have any kids, and you need to go get the operation, which I believe is called vasectomy, right?
The Chronicles podcast.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Chancleta Chronicle podcast.
Hola, ¿cómo están?
Sorry. As you can see, we have some different things. We got some new equipment that my mom was able to lend me some money for. And we're in Florida.
Yes.
We're in your home. We apologize for the echo. I don't know what's going on here, but we're going to do our best to give you a great show today. So, today's episode 6, we're going to focus on embarrassing moments.
Ay.
Embarrassing moments about ourselves or our siblings, or maybe things that we have seen, because, it happens every day. You can't get away from it. So let's go into that. But let's start. Like, how are you? I mean, we're in Florida. It's hot. I mean, it's 80 degrees. It's really hot in here. How are things with you?
Bueno, para nosotros está amaneciendo fresquito, mucho viento, pero vos, como sos bien así caloriento, estás que querés estar en una refri.
Yes, a freezer.
Sí, refri decimos así.
Yeah. I drove down from Illinois to do this and spend some time with my mom and provide you guys some content, because I think we got something here and we're figuring it out. We just got to work together, even though my mom wants me to get a real job and take care of my bills. But so, okay, let's talk about it, Ma. So, embarrassing moments. And for our viewers on YouTube and for the podcast, please let us know if you're willing to give us your crazy, embarrassing moments. We would love to share it, or maybe even do a video of it. I think that would be pretty cool if we got people to comment and share the information on what's happened to them, and maybe do a little YouTube short.
Pues bueno, yo creo que todo el mundo pasa por esos momentos embarazosos, pero pues hay unos que uno no los quiere contar porque dan mucha pena, pero te pasan, no es algo que lo buscas, pasa en la vida.
Yeah, I mean, it happens, and some people share it, some people don't. I think my stories are okay. They're not too embarrassing, but I'm okay sharing with them because it happens, and the things that happen to me are pretty fun.
Empezar a contar, pues una.
Oh, no. We're going to start with you, because we tried doing this last night and we had some technical difficulties, and we got midway and we had to stop. So we're going to start with you, Ma. So, try to share some stories if you have any of things that have been embarrassing for you.
Bueno, como estamos en esta temporada así de cuaresma, hay uno que pues fue ¿cómo se dice? Bueno, me dio tanta vergüenza porque fue en la iglesia, y yo había ido a la misa temprano y había una hermanita, una monjita, que es la que le ayudaba al padre a dar la hostia. Entonces, pues todo el mundo, yo estaba en la fila acercándose a recibir. Unos lo reciben en la boca, otros en la mano. Pues no sabes cómo. Cuando yo me acerco, la hermanita, primero yo voy así, que me la dé la mano y me lo acerca a la boca, y entonces cuando ya me lo va a acercar a la boca, decide para, no sé cómo, como yo la miro, rápido bajo las manos, y aquel platito salió volando toda la hostia, Dios mío.
Was the church full? Like, were there a lot of people?
No sé si el culpa, el momento.
No, I'm not asking whose fault was it. Like, was the church full? Like, was it a lot?
Estábamos en la capilla pequeña, pero sí había se había.
So did they like look at you and give you like a dirty face?
Desde que pasó esto, es un sacrilegio, es una cosa horrible que se te caiga la hostia y no digamos que en lo que yo le hago así le boté todo el platito y todas las hostias. Ay, Dios mío, y la hermanita, como que el demonio estaba enfrente de ella, y yo, ay, Dios mío, yo no hallaba sin pedirle perdón a Dios y entonces las dos a recoger las hostias, yo, Dios mío, perdón, sorry. No había ni que decir de la vergüenza y toda la demás gente vino a ayudar.
Oh, that's good.
Yo del susto no hallaba qué hacer porque fue una vergüenza horrible.
It happens.
Para Dios, para mí, para todo. Entonces,
I'm sure he was laughing too.
no, ¿quién? En la iglesia no se hace. Payaso que te voy a dar, estás respetando.
I'm just saying, it's funny.
¿Qué te va a hacer funny?
It's funny, you were saying.
Entonces, es una vergüenza para mí y la estoy contando. Entonces, la gente ayudó y yo no hallaba, Dios mío. Y yo dije, ¿qué me va a decir el padre? ¿Qué me va a decir? Y yo terminé y salí corriendo. Y yo creo que pasaron como unos 2 años y yo no volví a esa hora.
You didn't go back?
Es que era de la misa de las mañanas, yo no volví como 2 años, Dios. Y cuando vine a la casa yo no sabía, ay Dios mío, perdóname, ¿qué pasó? No entiendo. Y más la hermanita se asustó, como que la manera que me vio a mí, pues.
Well, that is pretty embarrassing. I mean, it happens, it's an accident. You didn't do it on purpose. It was just miscommunication,
Un error porque ella... Yo voy así y cuando le hago así, ¡pam!, se la boté. Ay, Dios mío, Dios me perdone. Siempre, o sea, casi no lo he contado.
I think it's fine, but you're okay. So thank you for sharing. I'm sure that was hard to tell. And, well, that's why we're here. You got to let it go. So I guess I'll go into one of my embarrassing moments. I mean, I try looking back as far as what I've done. Some have been very crazy, dumb, and then, some are okay. And then I also have to be careful of what I share because, I don't want to embarrass my family as far as the things that I have done. But one of the stories that I do like telling because it's just funny. It's not really embarrassing as much. But when we moved to Chicago, my wife got pregnant, and a pregnancy that we did not plan, it just happened. So it was our 3rd child, and my wife was like, nope, I'm done. I don't want to have any kids, and you need to go get the operation, which I believe is called vasectomy, right?
Algo así,
Vasectomy, yeah. I always get confused vasectomy with circumcised. I don't know why. Like, I was at a party one time, and I told them I got circumcised, and they were drinking, and their drinks went out. Like, what? I don't think you're supposed to do that now. I'm like, yeah, when they cut your balls. Like, no, that's a vasectomy. I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm sorry. But anyway, I go, at the time we had just moved to Chicago. My wife was working at a hospital, so we had free benefits. And she told me, hey, I'm going to do everything. I'm going to get the doctor for you. You're just going to have to show up to the appointment. I'm like, okay, fine. So that day I called was laundry day. Like, we were washing all our clothes. Everything was dirty. So I had a pair of underwears, these Superman underwears, which are, exotic underwear.
Superman.
Yes, I'm always Superman. My favorite animated character. So I had a Superman underwear where I would use with my wife when, we want to have fun. And that was the only underwear that I had. So I was wearing it because I was washing the clothes. So my wife calls me up and says, hey, you have a doctor's appointment. You need to come now. I'm like, okay. So again, I've never been to a doctor. I've only heard from guys that when they do the procedure, it's very simple. And in a couple of days, you're back to normal. Fine. So I go to the doctor's office. He starts asking me questions. Are you serious about this? You don't want to have any kids? I'm like, no, I'm done. Like, we're both, okay, perfect. And they made me sign some papers. And then he tells me, drop your pants. I'm like, are we doing it today? No, I gotta check you out. I'm like, okay. So I dropped my pants and he was like on the computer or something and he starts laughing, like just dying laughing because I'm wearing the Superman underwear. It's like a thong, but I'm wearing the Superman. And then he starts laughing. And I'm like, with my pants down, I'm like, okay, I know it's funny, but like, let's go with this. He calls the nurse, like, Nurse Betty, come here. As soon as the nurse comes in, she starts laughing, and they start dying laughing. I'm there standing with my pants down, like, okay, enough is enough. Let's do this. He had glasses on. He takes off his glasses and he starts like cleaning his eyes. Like, you just made my day, man. You have no idea. So he makes me take off my underwears and he's checking me and he's like, okay, great. Which I found very weird. And I don't know, I even told my wife, he said like, oh, you have very thick skin. You have like rhino skin. And I was like, okay, I didn't know what that meant. I didn't even want to ask him the question of why he would say that. And I was like, am I good? Is everything good? Like, oh yeah, come next week. Just make sure to shave. So it's easy procedure. We go down, we cut you, and then we go. I'm like, okay. So the operation day comes and I go, I'm shaved, I trimmed it, and he puts me down and he puts an injection in the area. And it's just like a little prick. It didn't hurt. And then he goes in. But then he says like, oh, I don't think I can go the normal way because of your skin. I have to go a little bit more up. And I'm like, okay, you're the doctor. And I'm like literally just sitting there. I didn't want the gas or anything. I'm like, and then because I think the anesthesia where he put it and he had to go up, I did feel a little bit. I'm like, Doc, I'm feeling it. I'm like, oh, don't worry. I'm almost there. And I can feel like something snap. Like, I'm like, oh my gosh. He's like, okay, now the next one. I'm like, oh, okay. And I'm like, one down, one left. And he does it. And boom, it's okay, all good. And he sews me up. And I do remember like smelling like my flesh being burned. Like, I don't know if they castrated it or whatever. And then like, okay, all good. And he takes off his glove. It was literally like maybe 5 or 10 minutes that he did this procedure. And I didn't feel anything. It didn't hurt. I didn't scream. And the nurse walks me out. She gives me a paper and is like, when you go home, lie down, put some ice. Here's this paper, follow it. And okay. So I go home. And the next day I start doing my normal routine. The anesthesia has gone away. And I'm like, okay, things are getting bad. My balls became eggplants. They were
moradas,
pero eggplants.
Moradas, sí, moradas y hinchadas.
Yes. I'm giving everybody a visual eggplant.
Sí, pero estoy explicando.
And they got and they hurt. And I was doing the ice thing. And then I had to call the nurse's office and tell them, like, I don't know what's going on, but these things are huge. My wife was concerned. I couldn't walk. And they were like, oh, yeah, we forgot to tell you. You got to put a jock strap on. You have to hold him. And I'm like, oh, my gosh. I was so angry at my wife, and my wife is laughing like, this is just a piece of what we got to go through to give birth. And I'm like, okay, but, like, it's not my fault. But anyway. So I had to wait like a week to my balls were so big, a jock strap couldn't even fit. I had to use a towel. Like I had to put a towel underneath my balls to hold them so I can walk. That's how big they got. And I'm not a big person, I'm not that big. So it took a week for them to heal and to be normal. And then that's not even the embarrassing part. Like women, sometimes their boobies, they kind of go down, whatever, for whatever reason. And you have like implants to pick them up. Well, I don't know what this doctor did that he gave my balls implant. He lifted them because, not to give a bad visual, but, the men have the sack and the balls are in the bottom. Well, my balls are in the middle, so my sack is just like dangling there. And I'm like, oh my gosh. I even like looked into a lawyer and was going to see if I can do something. But I never did that. But, and to add more, because there's more, of course, when you get the procedure, you have to make sure there's no more semen, the one that gives you the baby part of it, because the liquid is there. So I go the first time, they're like, yeah, you're like 60, 70%. We're going to wait a month. You got to make sure you get it out. And I'm like, okay. And I was like a robot, like getting it out. And I go back, I do it. I didn't see the doctor that time. And then I do it in a cup, and then I leave. And by the time I got to the car, they called me up and they said, come to the office. The doctor wants to see you. And I'm like, okay. And he sits down. And he's like, yeah, I think we have a problem. I'm like, okay, what's the problem? He's like, yeah, you still have semen. Like, the numbers haven't changed. And I'm like, what are you talking about? He's like, yeah, like, I don't know what's going on. I'm like, okay, so what's next step? He's like, I got to operate you again. I'm like, no. You're not touching me no more. I'm sorry. Like, I will be okay. I never went back. And to this day, so my son is going to turn 6 right now. Yeah, 6. So it's been 6 years that I've checked myself. I still don't know if I even have it or if it's already gone. I don't even want to go because I'm afraid of what might happen. So that is my story.
Está muy.
Yeah, it's pretty bad. I only told it to select few, and now I've told possibly the world. But
Bueno, es algo así que te pasó, pues otra cosa que me pasó también a mí hace años cuando me empezaba la diabetes. El doctor me dice, pues no, ya te tengo que dar unas medicinas para que te controle tus síntomas y esto. Pero él me advirtió, estas pastillas te van a mandar muy seguido al baño, al hacer del 2, muchos gases y esto. Y digo, por un mes, es un mes nada más, me dijo así. Y yo digo, pues bueno, pues cuando estás mal quieres sentirte mejor. Pues me las empecé a tomar y yo trabajaba en un gimnasio allá en New Jersey y me las empecé a tomar así como el doctor me dijo. Pero cuando yo iba pues bajando las gradas haciendo la limpieza, porque trabajaba en el gimnasio, haciendo la limpieza y cuando voy caminando así sin hacer esfuerzo, sin pensarlo, se me empiezan a salir los gases. Y los clientes bajan y suben y yo, Dios mío, me fui a esconder me fui a esconder a los baños de las mujeres y yo no quería salir porque aquello era una cosa, así me pasé, yo me escondía, bien feo ese síntoma que los gases, pero no es que una cosita suave, no, una cosa... Ay, Dios mío. Y yo dije, bueno, así, los únicos días que yo pasaba tranquila era sábado y domingo que no trabajaba, pero gracias a Dios que solo fue un mes, pero sí pasé muchos momentos así que, y la gente se te queda viendo como que es una mala educación que hiciste y yo pues no, eran la medicina, eso es feo.
I mean, yeah, when you're using the medications, you have no control of it.
Y entonces yo no le puedo estar diciendo, no, pero es que estoy tomando una medicina y por eso me salen los peditos. Bueno, no eran peditos.
That's a good one. Well, speaking of pedos, farts, I think...
Vos sos el experto, Fregues.
I'm not. My son is actually.
Ay, deja echarle culpa a tus hijos.
I will.
No metas a tus hijos.
I will, because this is actually a funny one and an embarrassing moment for me. Like, it is cool. He got me good. So we took a trip to Alaska. I went with my brother-in-law. Shout out to my family in Florida. But we went to Alaska. He picked me up in Detroit. Chicago. My son and I joined him on his trip to Alaska. We were going to Anchorage, Alaska. And he had an RV. He had purchased an RV. And we were on the top bunk, me and my son. And I remember we were watching season 3, I think, of Stranger Things. I was on my iPad and we were both watching. And, we're watching the movie and the show and whatever. And we were like eating something. We're into the show. We're like, oh my gosh, what's going to happen? Like, Papi, press it again, go. And then he's like, I remember the snack was finished and he had it in a cup. And then he's like, Papi, smell this cup. And I went like that. And I went, bleh. Oh my gosh. He farted in the cup and made me smell it. He got me good. He started laughing so bad. And I'm like, bleh. Oh my gosh, Ethan, what did you eat? What did you eat? And he was like, oh my gosh, like he was laughing. And then he goes to his tío, I got my dad. And then you hear his tío laughing like, ah. That was like embarrassing, but also like I didn't get mad, but it was embarrassing that I had to smell his fart in a cup. And then he like put it on me, and I laughed so hard that he thought of that to like get me. And he had the only laugh that I couldn't like hit him. I couldn't get mad. It was just like we sometimes as parents or kids, we try to do things to our loved ones. It was a good one. I like shook his hand like, you got me good. But it was embarrassing. Like he got me, like, but it was a bad fart. Like, what about you? Anything else, Ma?
Pues mira, no, yo pienso que no tengo muchos, ¿verdad? Pero recuerdo también que una vez para este Viernes Negro, es Thanksgiving Day.
Yes, Black Friday.
Black Friday. Pues las ofertas, los moles abren, en New Jersey todavía vivía, abren temprano. Y pues yo dije, pues voy a ir a aprovechar a ver qué consigo, porque yo de las ofertas ahí ando rebuscándome. Entonces entré por una de estas tiendas de departamentos y no había nadie. Habían abierto, pero no había nadie. Y yo viendo las lámparas, los cuadros, qué bonito, pero de repente te dan ese deseo como que, ay, es algo, pues, y yo digo, no, pero no hay nadie. Y yo creo que nunca sabes cómo va a ser el ruido, un gas. No sabes, entonces yo no miraba a nadie y andaba ahí por los cuadros y digo, no, pero no hay nadie. Y digo, ay, me voy a tirar este pedito. Y eso parecía una ametralladora. Y yo hasta me quedé viendo. Y cuando miro una trabajadora así, le hace para... ¡Oh! Yo me agaché y me fui así. Porque qué vergüenza. Qué vergüenza. Y me salí rápido de la tienda.
I mean, it happens.
Pero también a mí me lo han hecho gente que pasa así delante de vos. Muchas veces me pasó una vez en Brooklyn que la que me estaba atendiendo parecía que era una de esas exagerada y como si nada ella seguía. Pero a mí sí me da vergüenza, aunque es algo natural, pero me da vergüenza.
I mean, yeah. I mean, at the end of the day, you got to do it, right? Now, yeah, do you want to do it in public or, in purpose? I think that's wrong. And I think some do that, but,
Pues especialmente porque ni cuando yo estaba pequeña, eso era mala educación que vos hicieras eso. No sé, imagínate ni con mis hermanas, mis hermanos, yo hacía... Pues eso, siempre uno con precaución, pero yo pienso que no es la edad, sino que hay veces las medicinas. Y yo dije, no hay nadie ahí, y me echar este airecito y que fue una... Y sí, me dio vergüenza también.
Okay. Well, I did reach out to my siblings, my older brother and my younger sister, to ask if they had any embarrassing moments with you. The oldest didn't, he says he couldn't think of anything, or he had more annoying things more than embarrassing things about you. So I couldn't use any of his stuff. But I do have one story from my sister.
Ajá.
Like, So,
bueno, tienen que ser varias o qué sé yo.
Yeah, I mean, I had asked her a while back, but she's away right now. But the one that I do know, because she had told me, is that one day you were in the living room and I think you sneezed and one of your tooth fell off. And at first she got scared and then, like, I don't know.
No, porque pues estábamos en la casa y solo con ella, pero empiezo a estornudar y hay veces que los estornudos, pues creo que de familia somos escandalosos para estornudar y yo así estornudando fuerte y andaba una coronita media floja y entonces estamos hablando ella enfrente de mí y entonces yo empiezo a estornudar así fuerte y cuando le hago así, aquel diente salió por allá y yo me quedo así apenada porque a mí me dio pena y ella se queda así como... Y después ella, porque para reírse ella, y empieza a morirse la risa, y yo también, pues, porque sí me dio pena con ella, con mi hija, pero el diente salió volando.
I wish I was there because I would have laughed too.
Sí.
What about you? Do you have any embarrassing moments with our siblings, with my sister or my brother?
Bueno, me pasó esto con unas amistades que fui a visitar y en ese momento trabajaba de ayudante de cocina. Entonces, pues 12 horas, 15 horas y cansada. Y hay veces seguido, yo cansada. Yo dije, ok, fui a visitarlos y pues cuando yo llego, pues... a platicar y esto, como siempre, vos ya bien cansado de un viaje y lo que querés irte a acostar. Yo pues siempre me quiero ir a acostar y platica y yo digo, ay, estoy un poquito cansada esta. Ah, pues váyase a acostar un ratito a la cama y entonces, pero yo, no, ok, me acuesto y me duermo y estoy como... con ese sueño tan rico cuando vos estás bien cansada, y me voy quedando así. Y cuando yo siento, pero en el mismo sueño me despierto. O sea, el inconsciente te dice, no estás en tu casa. O sea, el dormitorio ahí cerca y la sala ahí donde estaban. Y oigo, ¿qué pasa? Y yo... ay, Dios mío, imagínate que no me miraban y yo tenía una gran vergüenza con las personas, pues. Una gran vergüenza que va de visita. Pero yo iba tan cansada y te estás en ese sueño tan rico cuando empezaba a dormir y yo pensaba que estaba soñando. Y hasta que, ¿qué pasa? Ay, me dio, Dios mío. Yo solo dije, ay, perdón.
So you have a lot of embarrassing moments with your pedos.
Todo mundo.
Yeah, but not that much, you know? Like, the only story that I can tell is...
Que te estoy explicando que eso me lo causan las medicinas porque yo soy diabética.
Sure.
Sí, señor. Bueno, y algunos, pero las medicinas esa te causa. No sé si, no tengo que, es una pastilla que dan para la diabetes, no la tengo que decir el nombre, pero sí te causa mucho gas.
So you're blaming the medicine on your farts.
Bueno, porque cuando estaba chiquita no era así.
All right. So any other moments, like our siblings? Like, do you have any embarrassing stories that you have with them that you can think of? I mean, I don't think we embarrass you. I'm the one that probably gets you upset the most.
Pues no me vayas a decir cosas que me enoje.
No, I'm not going to say it, but I'm just saying that we don't give you embarrassing moments.
Lo que vos me has hecho con tu hermana, eso no sé si es eso es de asustarme.
Well, yeah, we used to scare you a lot.
Yo estaba bien dormida, cansada de trabajar, tu mamá, y bien te has de acordar, vos y ella llegaron al dormitorio y me han tirado una faja larga y yo pensaba que era una culebra.
How would you think it's a snake in New Jersey? I don't know how you would think that we would find you a snake.
Sí sabían lo que iban a hacer los dos porque se estaban riendo.
Because we knew your reaction would be to get scared.
Ese día no es que yo les quería dar con una chancleta, yo les quería dar pero algo que a los dos gracias. Y a vos y a ella les había agarrado de estarme... Después el día que te pusiste el casco de
Our brother.
Pero es de esos cascos que...
A motorcycle helmet.
Ciclistas. Y así me hacían... Y yo decía, ¿pero qué le pasa a este par de tontos? Que no saben que me puede dar un ataque o algo. Y les había agarrado de estarme asustando. Entonces, no puedo decir que... Eso es un momento...
We're talking about embarrassing moments, not scary moments.
No, pues... ¿qué más te puedo...? No...
Okay, like I said, I don't think we've embarrassed you where you can like laugh or be like, oh my gosh, or we felt embarrassed for something that we've done. The scary part, yes, me and my youngest sister, we did a lot of that with you because it was just fun. Like,
pero para ustedes dos, pero a mí eso yo no podía comprender qué le pasa a mis hijos. ¿Por qué me quieren estar así? Si saben que soy nerviosa.
Exactly, maybe that was the reason because you were prone to it. If you were like a strong like woman that didn't bother you, then we wouldn't do it.
Que cuando yo estoy nerviosa me pongo bien enojada, agresiva.
And I still do it. Like, it hasn't changed. I still get you nervous and anxious because the reaction that you give is funny to me.
Sí, es funny for you, pero me dan ganas de darte así en la cabezota.
Okay, let's move along, okay? So let's go quickly into would you rather. I'm going to ask you a couple of questions. Okay. Would you rather, right? Like you have one or two. So would you rather fart loudly in a room or fall down in front of people? Which one would you rather do?
¿Qué es lo que más seguido hago?
No. Would you rather would be como diciendo, ¿cuál preferís de los dos? ¿Que te tiras un pedo sola en un cuarto que nadie te va a escuchar o que te vas a caer enfrente de un...
Pues claro que prefiero sola en un cuarto, te amen pedo. Pero ya que mencionas eso, una vez, espérate, íbamos creo que la primera vez que fuimos a Cancún, que íbamos en familia. Okay. Entonces, como yo siempre soy muy así que todo lo quiero rápido, entonces llegamos al aeropuerto y yo vi que estaba vacía la línea para entregar las maletas, okay. Pero como siempre, yo pues esa es la costumbre, ahí sí, lo agarré de mi mami, que hay que llevar de todo, ¿verdad? Entonces iba así, cargada con mi bolsa y todo, y no podía. Y yo iba bien elegante y con unos zapatos así. Y por ir así, ¿qué te crees? Que me caigo toda despatarrada, así, delante de esos muchachos que trabajan en el aeropuerto, que te piden los papeles y todo eso. Y yo caigo así toda despatarrada. Y me ha dado una vergüenza, o sea, les enseñé la conciencia y ellos, no, le vamos a ayudar y eso sí que me dejó bien avergonzada. Por eso ya después de eso voy tranquila y mejor con tenis.
Okay. Well, that's our time. We want to thank you guys, our listeners and viewers, for tuning in. We hope we have shared enough embarrassing moments of ourselves. And again, if you guys have any, please share, comment, send over to us. We'll definitely take a look at those. But again, we want to thank you for listening, where every story with the chancleta leaves a footprint. So we'll see you next time. Bye, everyone.
Gracias.